Hi, Flosstube. I'm back finally. It's Kathy with the So-and-Sos, and this is Flosstube number 26. I have been gone since, like the end of September, middle of October, but I am back for the new year 2025. The reason I've been gone so long is because I had to have foot surgery and I had a bone spur on my heel, which ended up, I also had a deformity in my heel bone. So the doctor ended up cutting off about 3/8 of an inch on the back of my heel bone. And it's been really, really painful and sore. I finally have the cast off and the boot off, and I'm walking on my foot. And it does well unless I overdo it, which I did last week. I walked the dog and I didn't think I went that far. Well, I went a half a mile. Of course, then I had to turn around, so that made it a mile. And ooh, it all swelled up and got really crabby. So I've been staying off it. And the good thing is when I stay off my foot, I can stitch. So I've been doing a lot of stitching, and I thank everyone for all the well wishes while I was down. And I kind of really got depressed, and I didn't do nearly as much stitching as I thought I would. I started about 10 days after the surgery when I didn't have to take pain pills anymore and I could read a pattern. And I kept making these stupid mistakes, like starting too high on the fabric so the pattern wouldn't fit on the linen. And I just got mad and put it all in timeout. And then I got the flu, and I had that for almost 2 weeks, so I didn't stitch then. So it was like a whole month I didn't stitch much at all. And then after I started feeling better, I kind of got back to work. So I do have a lot of finishes, several fully finishes, and one whip that I'm working on currently. So enough about all the surgery. We can get back. Oh, and my eye. I went to the eye doctor in November expecting him to say I would need to go have my eye operated on, and it was actually getting better. The wrinkle in the back is starting to smooth out, and the collagen has kind of peeled away, so it is getting better, and my eyesight's getting better, I can tell. So for now, the eye surgery's on hold, which was a really big relief, because that would have been terrible on top of the foot surgery. So enough of all that stuff. I think I'm going to start with the retreats I went to last fall. After the last time I talked to you, the first one I went to was September 30th through October 4th, and it was the Under the Garden Moon retreat in Provo, Utah. It is a fabulous retreat. I just love that retreat. It's different than any that you go to because, for one thing, it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday till the afternoon. So it's longer than most retreats. It's not over a weekend. And there are classes that you choose from. You sign up for them and choose which classes you want, work out the schedule, and they're taught in the morning and the afternoon each day that you're there. I actually taught a class this year at that. It was cross-stitch finishing, and we had about 25 people in class. Everybody brought something they wanted, ideas for finishing or to finish in the class, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. People brought really cute things and got them finished, so that was fun. Then I took a couple of classes, and one of the most amazing things I've ever done is, this was taught by Amy McClellan, who is the owner of Under the Garden Moon. I don't know if you know what this is. It's called a puzzle box, and it held all the accessories for the Singer sewing machines or other sewing machine brands too. This one is a Singer. This was actually my grandmother's. So I had a puzzle box, and when Amy posted the class and said we were going to embellish a puzzle box. I was so excited because I already had one. And what a puzzle box does, let me open it up. When you open it up, it goes like this. So when you close it again, it all goes back together to the box. So what Amy did was have everybody get a box. You can purchase them off eBay. They are antique. I think mine is, it's 18 something, 1895, I believe is the date. It's stamped here in, oh, you can't really see it. No, it's too shiny. It's stamped here in the top. It's 1895. So everybody had to come up with their own box, and Amy found several on eBay that she got for class people. So everyone had a box, and then we chose coordinating fabrics. I think we needed 6 or 7 pieces of coordinating fabric to decorate the inside. And you guys, this is so amazingly wonderful. This is what we did. I used Julia Wecker Frisch fabric, and we started up here. We covered, the material that we used was not cardboard. First we removed everything from the inside of the box because there were little attachments for the accessories to cling to. We removed all that, and then we covered, that's the thick, I don't know, it's not interfacing, but it's what you put in the bottom of a heavy tote bag, or if you're making bags, it's the real heavy stuff. And we cut them out, the size for each part, and covered them with the fabric. And then this is a strip of wool that you put needles and pins in. This piece is a pocket, and you could put, like embroidery floss or whatever you wanted in there, and you can tie it up. I have it untied right now. This piece has a magnet for a needle minder that we inset into the interfacing stuff before we, I can't remember the name of that stuff. Anyway, before we covered it, we put the magnet in. This is a little pin cushion that we made, and it's got a magnet in the bottom, so there's a magnet over here for it to stick to. And then down here at the bottom, there's another magnet to put your scissors on. So you have all these accessories to put in your little box, and it's just a little sewing box, and it folds up just like that. And I love it. This is one of the most fun projects I've ever done, and that was one of the classes I took at Under the Garden Moon. The next thing I did, I took a knitting class because I have never been able to learn to knit. And my friend Paula McKinley was a teacher, and we knit kitchen dishcloth in the class, learned how to knit. And I told her the real reason I wanted to learn how to knit was because I wanted to knit socks. So she sent me downtown in Provo to the Little Harmony knitting store to get sock yarn, and she got me started. And here's my first sock. It's all done. It fits and everything. It's got some mistakes in it, but it's just a sock. Can't really tell. And now I'm on my second sock. I just knit the heel, and I'm ready to turn the heel and knit the top and bottom of the foot of the sock. So, proof that I can knit. Yay! I'm so excited. It's been so fun learning how to knit. So that's kind of a whip too. I'm working on my other sock there. And that is Summer Lee Designs pattern that you can go on her website, and it's a free sock pattern. And it's just a vanilla sock. It's super easy. I think a lot of people, if they want to learn how to knit socks, that's a great pattern. She also has a book out. Oh, I took it downstairs. It's all about socks. So that's really fun. The other fun thing about the Under the Garden Moon retreat is we had a designer Violets and Verses. And then, where is it? Here's, yeah, Violets and Verses. And I have so much stuff here from retreats, it's hard to keep it all straight. And she was the designer, but then Amy McClellan always does a design too. And this came with our registration. It's called Harvest Gathering. And of course I chose the cross stitch version. And it's just so cute. It's adorable. And then she also designed a wool applique pattern with basically the same design. And when I saw it at the retreat, I had to buy it too because it is just so cute. So Amy designs patterns. You always get a pattern from her at the retreat, and it's a kit. I mean, it's got everything you need. All the thread, and I believe this is, no, I guess it's not wool. Could be. Anyway, you get everything you need in both the wool applique or the cross stitch. And every morning she would give us little treats, all kinds of things. At the end, this is one of them. This thread holder says Under the Garden Moons on it, moon designs on it. And we also got, well, we got this box. Her husband made this wooden box for us. And the last day, he gave us this wooden box. And I have all the things in here that I got at the 2 retreats I went to. So I can't tip it up or they'll all fall out. But Amy does an incredible job on her retreat. And it is so much fun. And you learn so much. Let's see, what other... I think I only had time to take the 2 classes, the puzzle box and the knitting, because I taught one of the other classes. And they're taught, you have to pick classes that aren't taught at the same time. So you have to kind of pick and choose. But there's about usually like 15 to 20 classes to choose from. And you pay a $25 fee per each class, plus the materials. If there's a kit or stuff you need to bring from home, if there's things to do in advance, you get that in plenty of time to get it finished before you go to the retreat. And now Amy has moved her retreats to March instead of in the fall. And I think it's going to be great because you don't have all the competition with so many retreats at one time. And of course, I immediately signed up. I was going to teach a class, had everything ready. And my husband has to have his knees replaced this year. And his right knee is the first one. And he was able to get in 2 months early to the doctor. So it moved his surgery up 2 months earlier, and it's the week before the retreat. So I'm not going to make it this year, but that's a good reason not to go, is to stay home and take care of him, because he took care of me when I had my foot surgery, and so I have to pay that back. But anyway, it is just a fabulous retreat. There are so many fun things, and you meet so many nice people, and I just have a blast at her things. These were a couple, well, this one I can't show you because this was one of the Violets and Verses patterns. I don't know where the main one is. I couldn't find it. I must have put it in a box somewhere, probably in things I want to stitch. And she also gave us another, I'll just flash it. It says Stitchy Friends Rule, a little, another little pattern, and then this little pumpkin. And we got the little pumpkin as a gift from Amy. And so the gal from Violets and Verses, oh boy, that's hard to see. There it is, you can kind of see it. It's just a little pumpkin basket on perforated paper, and it makes a cute little design to go on the pumpkin. And it was a kit, everything was included. And this, the gal from Violets and Verses, Jennifer Richardson, that's her name. She is delightful. She was very fun. And a friend came with her, and her friend did the puzzle box class, and it was Halloween themed. Oh my word. Every puzzle box was different, and it was so neat to see them after they were all done. They were on a table all laid out, and we got to see everybody's and their choice of fabrics and their choice of, their, it was fabulous. Her Halloween box was really, really fun. So then I was home about 10 days, and I went, I believe it was October 14th, went to Salt Lake and picked up my friend Jamie from St. Louis, Missouri, and we went to Shepherd's Bush. The Shepherd's Bush retreat started on Monday. We got there on Friday, and they were having an open house at the shop. So we went to the open house. I'm trying to get the glare off my glasses, but the window's in front of me. So we went to Shepherd's Bush open house on Friday afternoon, and then stayed all night in Ogden at a really nice little motel that was just across the street from Shepherd's Bush. It was one of those true motels, and it was really nice. It was brand new. And then Saturday morning was still open house at Shepherd's Bush, so we went back, and it was so fun standing in line to check out and stuff. Pam and Steph were ahead of us. Sandy from Whispered Stitches, I think, was there. Well, I saw her so many times I don't remember, but there were just so many people, Flosstubers and people that I knew virtually through Instagram or Flosstube but hadn't met. It was so fun. And so then we stayed till about noon on Saturday, and the retreat was held at Park City, which is a ski resort up in the mountains above Salt Lake. So we had reserved our rooms for starting Saturday, and the retreat went through, I think, Wednesday. So we went up after leaving Shepherd's Bush store on Saturday morning. We went up on the mountainside, not the Salt Lake way, so we could go through the mountains. And Jamie had never seen mountains like the Wasatch Mountains, and she was so amazed at the mountains. So we went up the back way and got to our retreat up the lodge where we stayed. And they showed us our rooms, and we were just amazed. We had a full kitchen, a full-size refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, the whole thing, big, huge dining table with big lights over it so we could stitch. The bedroom, there was a TV in the bedroom, a big screen TV in the living room, huge bathroom. And we thought they'd given us the wrong room. So we went down and checked to make sure that that's what we had reserved, and it was, because they were very affordable. That was the off season. Now during the season, they were $1,500 a night, and they would accommodate probably easily a family of 4. So anyway, we got to stay in those rooms in the off season for a very reasonable price, and it was fantastic. So that was Saturday, and we went out to dinner Saturday evening, and then Sunday we had one of the valets drive us to the little town of Park City, which is on the side of the mountain. And you catch a bus at the bottom of this hill and go to the top of the main street. And then we walked down, and there's stores and restaurants on both sides of the street, and you can just walk. Took us all afternoon to walk down, and we called the valet, and he picked us up again at the bus stop that you take up to the top of the mountain. So we had a lot of fun that day. And then Monday is when the retreat started. And I can't say enough about Shepherd's Bush Retreat. They only do it every 2 years, and I can see why, because it must take them 2 years to get ready. All the little details, all the little gifts, all the planning, the designing. Oh, the food was fabulous. On Monday night, we had, now they do 2 tracks. You have track A and track B, and you choose which track you want. I was in track A, and that was Brenda Gervais, Heartstring Samplery, and oh my goodness, Linda Lock I never can say her name, Lockenschlager with Chessie and Me. Those were the 3 I chose. Now Jamie was in track B, and she had Shepherd's Bush, Jeanette Douglas, and I can't remember the other one. It was someone really neat. Anyway, we had fabulous tracks. And so the first one we had on Monday, track A, was Chessie and Me. And we got a nice, oh wait, no, that's right. That's the right order. I can't, oh shoot, I couldn't find that one either. The theme of the retreat was a garden of blessings. And so we had, everything was around a garden theme. I wonder what I've done with those retreat pieces. They're somewhere safe. But we did registration until about noon. And then the afternoon, each track had their first class. And mine was Chessie and Me. I don't remember, I think Jamie's might have been Jeanette Douglas. But then Monday night, we all met, everybody. There were like 100 people in each track. So there was over 200 people at the retreat. And then that night, all 200 of us met in the ballroom. And Cecilia Strickland from the Thread Gatherer was an additional designer. And so she had this kit for us. It's a drum kit. You can also do it as a sampler. And the drum was taken from the sampler. Anyway, all the silk threads that she hand dyed, and it's just an amazing kit. And so she was the extra designer on Monday night. So we all gathered, had this fabulous dessert that the chef made up, and got our kits from Cecilia Strickland. And then, what else did we do? The next day I had Brenda. Oh, I have to reach down here. And this was the box hers came in, and it's called Where Love Grows. And I'm working on this now. It's my whip right now, so I'll show you my progress on it. But of course, it came in the box with all the fabric, the linen, the pattern, the threads. There was this little needle minder that matches it. And what else do I have? Oh, Brenda gathered zinnia seeds from her garden. And she had a big box of zinnia seeds, and she gave us these little envelopes, and we'd take a scoop and get a scoop of zinnia seeds. So I'm going to plant Brenda Gervais zinnia seeds in my garden this year. So that was very fun. And what else do I have here? I think that was all that we had from Brenda. I might as well show you my whip. Where'd it go? I have so many things here today. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. This is what it looks like. And it says, home is a garden of blessings where love grows and memories bloom. So I have started it. And this is on 36 count summer khaki. Whoops. And I've got a start on the border. It has this pink thread in these open lines. You do satin stitches, but I'm going to wait and do that last. And of course, it's the called for threads that were in the kit that Brenda gave us. And when you do these window boxes, on the flowers, you make your X, and then you make an extra cross on the top, and it makes them kind of stand out. You really can't see it there, but it gives it more texture. So I've got a pretty good start on that. That's about a fourth of it, and I can't wait to get that one done. So that was what we got from Brenda, and that's what I'm working on currently. And then on Tuesday, I was with Heartstring Samplery, and this is the retreat piece she gave us. Of course, it was the whole kit and everything as well, and it is really, really cute. It's kind of solid stitching here with all these flowers, and then it says, many are the flowers in my garden of blessings. So that was the theme, Garden of Blessings. So I'm sure these will all be released probably next year, if not this fall. So that was really fun. This was something that Shepherd's Bush gave us, and it's in this little box here. So this was an extra design from Shepherd's Bush, and I don't know if there's a picture of it in here. Oh yes, there is. It's called A Garden of Blessings, and I'm just going to flash it. You have this kind of background. There's all these little squares that are marked with the size that they are. And you go through this little book and choose the motifs and place them wherever you want. So you kind of make up your own sampler. And the motifs were done by Brenda Gervais, Chessie and me, Heart and Hand. That's the other one. It was Heart and Hand on track B. Heart and Hand, Heartstring Samplery, Jeanette Douglas, Shepherd's Bush, and the Thread Gatherer. So in this little book are all these motifs, and you make up your own sampler, which I thought was a great idea. I've never heard of doing something like that. And it was in this little envelope, and that's the, well, there's a picture of theirs. That's how they did theirs. So all these, all these little motifs, you choose which ones you want to go where, and mix and match them, and there's more motifs than there are holes for them. So you don't use them all, but you can choose whichever ones you want. And it was just really pretty. And they called it Shared Stitches, My Garden of Blessings. And it had all the threads with this cute little thread bling, and there's buttons that go on it in several places, and then the linen. So everything was in this really cute little envelope that they gave us. And so that was an extra from Shepherd's Bush. I mean, every time we turned around, we were getting something extra and something so special. And just the way they had made this, and it was all tied shut, and this was cut out of paper, and they're just fabulous. We had an exchange, and I don't know who this came from, but it was so well done. All we did was bring your exchange piece, and they put them in bags. And then if you had brought an exchange piece on the night we did the exchange, which was Tuesday night, you just went over to the table and grabbed a bag. All the bags looked alike, so you didn't know what you got. And this is what I got, and it's so cute. It's finished really cute colors, and I loved it. So if you're watching, whoever made this, thank you so much, and let me know who it was. We were also given this bag from Shepherd's Bush, and it was a welcome to the retreat bag. We got it when we got there, and the bag was already made. What's in the bottom here? Oh, a little Shepherd's Bush sheep. Whoops, you can't see it. Still can't see it. There. This is the little charm. Anyway, the bag was already made up, and it's the cutest little bag. Has a button down here that the loop goes around. And then we got this little pre-printed label and embroidery floss, and it says, you can't see it very well, but it says A Garden of Blessings, Shepherd's Bush. And we embroidered that, and then I need to attach it to my bag. I think most people were putting them on the front flap here, so I need to fold under the edges and just attach it to the front of my bag. But isn't that a cute idea? And that was just an extra. Every time we turned around, we got an extra something. And then the last night, that was Tuesday night, they gave us this box. It says A Garden of Blessings, Strength, Kindness, Family, Stitching, Friendship, Love is what it says across the bottom. And on the back, it says Shepherd's Bush. And it says, oh, that's who made it. Somebody, Woods. Anyway, it was an adorable little box. You could hang it on the wall. You can set it down and put your stitchy things in it. It was just really cute. So that pretty much is the end of the, oh wait, when we were in Beth Twist's class, we made this. It says blessings. So we did arts and crafts in her class. She provided this little kit for us to do, and it's a little scissor fob. So that was really cute. I had these little, oh, this came from Beth Twist that her husband made. A floss holder, heartstring samplery. I got a Be Happy and a Be Scary from Shepherd's Bush. When we were there shopping, we got they always give you a needle and one of these when you shop and purchase stuff. You get one at the counter, so I got 2 different ones. This was one I bought that was all charms. It was a Shepherd's Bush little charm pack to go on a zipper pull. It's just a bunch of little charms. They have tons of charms and buttons and all kinds of fun stuff. This is a little Shepherd's Bush needle threader. That's a little sheep. I don't know if you can see it. It's really cute. And, oh, I got this. Shepherd's Bush. It's a little ruler and a corner gauge. It's got a corner gauge in it too. One of the gals at our table made us some really cute little fall little things. It's a little scissor fob and a little needle holder that she made. Shepherd's Bush always does a donation. You pay $5 if you want to enter the exchange, and all that money goes to, it's called something to do with heifers. It provides cattle and livestock to, and education to people in third world countries. And they had raised quite a bit of money for it. Heifer International, that's what it's called. And they had these cute little buttons they were giving away, and I did the Pick a Chick, and it's heifer.org. So that's who all the money we raised went to. So I had that little dealie. I think that's about all. Oh, we got this from Shepherd's Bush. It was at our table place. It's a little tin with just a little piece of wool and a needle in it. There were just little things all the time. It was so fun. So that's my retreat excursions for the fall of 2024. So I thought, I'm going to get a drink first. I thought it would be a good thing to, I'm trying to pull my notes up here on my phone and it's not working. Come on. Okay. I thought it would be a good thing to show you what you haven't seen that I've finished at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. I do have my cross-stitch journal book. I like to use these from Fat Quarter Shop. This one is full. So in 2024, I started and finished 50 projects, and then in this book, and I filled it up in, the last one I completed was October 24th in here. So I started another book, and I did 6 more. So I completely finished 56 projects, cross-stitch projects in 2024. And the ones you haven't seen, let's see, where are they all? I'll start with this little pile. While I was sick, having the surgery, my friend Jamie sent me all kitted up this Joyous Noel from Pineberry Lane. Had the fabric, the floss, and she even included, if I was going to make a pillow, she included the fabric for the back. Excuse me. So I finished it and I actually framed it. But I thought it turned out really cute. This is a fun one to stitch. It goes fast and it's really pretty. She kitted it up from Color and Cotton. Their store is really close to where she lives outside of St. Louis. So it's Color and Cotton 16 count fabric. And I don't remember the color, but the threads, there's only 16 count Ophelia was the Color and Cotton. And there were like 4 threads. So she included the threads and I just loved it. It was fun to stitch. It went fast and I think it turned out really pretty. I don't know if you can see, this is kind of a creamy color and light pink. It shows up really good in person. It's not showing up really well right now. But that was really fun and she sent me this so I'd have something to do while I was sitting around feeling sorry for myself. And it turned out great. I love it. Thanks, Jamie. I also did this Plum Street Samplers A Country Winter. And I first saw this made up at the Quilter Station retreat last year in April when I went. And I had never seen it before and I thought it was so cute. So I tracked down the pattern and stitched it last fall in time for Christmas and found this little frame that it just perfectly fit in. And I thought it was really cute. It was fun to stitch. And I stitched this on, oh heavens, I'll have to look in my book here. It's a blue fabric. It's Country Winter. How come I'm not seeing it in here? Oh, it might be in my other book. Hold on, I will find it because the fabric is really fun. It's kind of a bluey gray and it's really mottled. Yeah, here it is. It's called Picture This Plus Stormy. It was 36 count. Picture This Plus Stormy. And it's a really good one, I think, for winter. It's kind of more that color. A blue, but it looks like it's cloudy and snowy. And I thought it just complemented it well. I used the called for floss. It was all Weeks Dye Works and Classic, whatever it's called. You know what I mean. Okay, then I got this one while we were at Shepherd's Bush, and it's called Merry Notes, and it's a Shepherd's Bush design, and it is so cute. I got it all stitched and found a cute little frame at Hobby Lobby, and it just fit, and it is so cute. It was really fun to do. I used, it's on Vintage Country Mocha, and it's all Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works. That's the name. Classic Color Works. Oh, and there's one Gentle Art thread. But I thought that was really cute. Had fun putting it out at Christmas. Then I've had this for a couple years, several years actually. It came out in 2021. And it's a With Thy Needle and Thread, Rudolph and Friends. So I got it stitched and finished into a little pillow. It is a really cute one. I just put some cute little Christmas fabric on the back and some vintage rickrack from Lois. And it is super cute. The other one I did that's Christmas. I think these are all the Christmas ones I got done. This is called Hark, and it's by Shepherd's Bush. It's this tiny little pillow, and it was from a Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments 2014. Well, I'll try not to show that's the picture of it. They did purple and I did gold. I went of course, now that I am knitting, I had to go to the yarn store. We have a new yarn store here in Twin Falls, and she had these tiny little the balls of yarn were like this big, little skeins, and it's tiny chenille. So I bought this gold to put on this little pillow, and it's not too much, but it's just enough to kind of dress it up. And you can see where I just whip stitched it, so where the little indents are is where the whip stitches are. But I thought it turned out cute. Get it up here. It says Hark, and it's the angel, the herald angel, I guess. Herald the angel. So those were the Christmas finishes I had done. Then I started working on what? Oh, down here. Actually, these are not in order. The first one I finished was I Love Fall Most of All with By Needle and Thread. And my husband is going to make me a frame for it. These are so fun to stitch. I just love Quakers, and I love to sit and stitch on the Quaker motifs, and they go all around the edge, and then there's usually a building of some kind, and then the kind of center motif, there's a piece of stuff on there. So there's that one, and I'm waiting on my frames from my husband. The other one I stitched was the next Quaker design from With Thy Needle and Thread. Oh, glare. And this one is Peace and Goodwill. And it is much bigger than the first one. But I just loved the colors. And I kept the original colors. I made the house gold. Some people changed the house to pink or another color. I left it gold. I liked the contrast in the color. But it has that, I love this little pine cone with the little cardinal, and there's a pear, the other cardinal, the deer, this little snowman. So many fabulous details. And they were both stitched on Vintage Country Mocha with the called for threads. And that was the called for fabric as well. So those were awfully fun. Can't wait to get them framed. What else do I have here? The latest things I've done, I was in the Scattered Seed Samplers Pin Keep Club last year, and this was one that came in the club. So since it was kitted up, I had kitted up a bunch of things to take downstairs so that I could reach them when I needed a new project. So I did take things down that were kitted up, and I just got this one fully finished the other day. And I did the same thing. I bought this green chenille at the yarn store and put it on. Tammy usually doesn't put any trim on her pillows, and that's fine. I mean, I don't like a lot of foo-foo, but I just thought this added just a little color. I like it with the dark red on the back. And the pattern for this little, I don't know what you call it. What does she call it? A pinball? Anyway, all the fabric comes in the kit. So I had all this to make this little guy, and I just stuck it on there with a pin. And then all the floss and the linen comes, as well as the background fabric, comes in the kit when you're in the club. They're really fun. You get 4 a year. And so I got that one done. While I was at Shepherd's Bush, of course, you know I had to buy a lot of things at Shepherd's Bush. I got this little bag. Whoops, upside down. It comes in a kit with the little bag and the floss and the pattern and the little buttons. And so here is the finish. It says sew a needle pulling thread. And there's little scissors, and there's buttons and flowers and spools. And this little bag is already made up. You just open it up and stitch from the back into the front. So that is it. That is a fun one. I love doing these little bags. I've done several. I also finished Animal Crackers British series, the first one I've done in the British series, which is Clovis. She's the badger. And I have her done. She is so cute. Just did a little gingham, light pink gingham on the back. And I have her little teapot done, but I haven't finished. There's a little cup of tea that goes on the inside. Well, you can see it on the back better. This little round, there's the cup of tea with some fabric, and there's the teapot on the outside. So I need to make that and finish it to go with her. But it is really, really cute. I love these little guys. They are fun. Oh, I know what I did in the fall as well. Brenda came out with this other cloche pattern called Let It Snow with the needle and thread, and I finished it. Where did my board go? Here we go. It is very light. It's the called for fabric and called for threads. Fabric is Tobias by Seraphim. And the called for threads, and it has pine cones. It says Let It Snow at the bottom, the cardinals, the snowman, the trees, the snowflakes. And I got a board like she did her fall one. I got this from Menards. I just ordered it. So I need to finish this on this board. I did not get around to doing that when I was sick, but I thought that one turned out really cute too. I just love those. Love that little series she has going. I hope there are more coming. I think that's, oh, not quite all. I just finished, I don't know if you're familiar with Kim Deal, the quilt designer. She has started designing some cross stitch. And I thought this was so fabulous that I ordered, they had a thread kit and the pattern through Fat Quarter Shop and the bag. So I ordered the whole thing through Fat Quarter Shop, and it's Valdani thread, which it's number 5 pearl cotton. This bag is huge. It's not one of the little flat project bags. Whoops, we don't need the handles in the way. So it says easily distracted on it. I've worked on this in the last couple weeks I got it finished. It was very fun. Because it was such a big bag, it was kind of hard getting inside of it to do this. But the only way you can stitch these bags is to turn your pattern upside down and open the top and then stitch inside with your pattern upside down and stitch the design upside down. That's the easiest way to get in there to do it. Otherwise, you've got to get all your hands inside, and it's really hard. I did it with 2 hands. I push it out from the inside, grab the needle and put it back in, pull it in the inside, and so they're kind of, I don't know. It takes a little longer to stitch them because it is a little harder to do. But I just love the colors. I thought the Valdani floss has so much variegation in it, and it is just gorgeous. I did stitch this 1 stitch at a time, so the variegation really shows. So that was fun. And I ordered, she has one more pattern out. It was a PDF. And I ordered it. It's a chicken. Now it goes on the small size bag, or there's a picture of it in here on just linen in a frame, which is really cute. I almost like it better on the linen because I think the blue plaid detracts from the stitching. I mean, it's hard to kind of see it on there, but I don't know. I haven't decided how I'm going to stitch it yet, but that's one I want to stitch soon. What else do I have here? Oh, I know. I finished I made this bag, and this is a big bag too. It was a PDF, and it's called the Everything Carpet Bag. And this was the pattern. I just printed it off. I think it was on Instagram is where I saw it. It's by Gathering Petals, Petals Designs. Gathering Petals Designs. And I just went on their website and ordered the pattern for it. It was really easy pattern. It was a good design. It turned out bigger than I thought. I ordered the handles from Amazon. It has, there's a slot in the handle that you pull it through and then tie it down with these buttons. I may want to put another button on there. I haven't ironed it either. I might want to iron it so it stays down a little. But it's got double pockets. No, one pocket on each end. And then inside, it's plain on this side and has pockets on this side. This is Blackbird fabric that came out a couple years ago. All three pieces of it, the stripe and the polka dot. No, the polka dot is Blackbird too. It came with this coordinating fabric. So I made that, and it holds a lot. It's a fun bag. I might just baste this ruffle down. That's probably the best idea. Just kind of baste it down so it doesn't stand up. But that was fun to make. So that was my sewing project that I got finished. Okay, then I thought, since we're still in the month of February, which is Valentine's, I brought up my Valentine's things. There's one more over there that I didn't pull. Oh, darn it. But these are some old finishes. All I did, this pattern is Artful Offerings, and there's a lot more to it. I just took off the Love is Kind with the little rabbits and kind of stitched a little teeny stitching border around it. And since it was long and narrow, I just made it into this little roll, just bound the edges of the linen and just did that part of it. My little ribbon's kind of messed up here. So there is a Love is Kind. This is Brenda Gervais with I Needle and Thread out of her Valentine's book, Be Mine, which I thought was so cute. This is, it's a French name. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really cute. It's a little dog on a scooter and his little Valentine kitty and his basket of flowers. I had to stitch that. It was so cute. What is the name of that? Oh, for heaven's sake. Crochet-a-go-go. That's it, Crochet-a-go-go. And it just has some Lori Holt fabric on the back. Crochet-a-go-go, that's how you say it, I think. This is another Brenda Gervais. I just made it into this little heart. The little swallows and the heart-shaped lock and the little flowers. It is so cute. This is another Brenda Gervais. These two are out of the same pattern book. And just a little pillow. So fun. I don't have very many Valentine things. I think this is the last one. And this also is Brenda Gervais. This was my first attempt at hem stitching. So it just lays flat and it's hem stitched around the edges, as you can see, all the way around. I think that is so cute. I just love that one. So those are my kind of past finishes, and all I have left, I gathered up a few things that I have on my radar to stitch. I showed you the other one from Kim Deal. I have another little sewing bag. It's called Busy Bee Bag from Shepherd's Bush. I think I got 3 of these when I was there in the fall. I just love these little things. They're great to put your floss in and your scissors. This is the last in the Pin Keep Club from Scattered Seed Designs from last year. I love the colors. It comes as a kit with all the floss, the finishing fabric, and the linen. And she always includes a charm and a little ring and the ribbon to make the little balls that go with them. And they are so cute. So I want to work on that. It's all kitted up. I got this one, Stacy Nash, the Little French Hand Needle Book. I've done her other oval needle book with the birds on it, and I thought this would be fun to do. So I got that one. It's not kitted up yet, but I have everything to do. And then I had to get this one because I love all the stitchy things on it from Heart and Hand. So that's one I want to get on. And this one, I actually got this at a retreat in 2022 from Teresa Kogut at Amana at the Farm Girl Dry Goods Retreat. And I've seen so many people stitching it, and I'm thinking, why haven't I stitched that? It's all kitted up. I have everything I need. It came in the retreat box. So I'm going to stitch this one too. Nancy, my friend Nancy, just stitched it, and it turned out so cute. So I got to get that one done. And actually, I think that's all I have that I've saved up to show you since I've been gone. So I hope to be back in another 4 or 5 weeks and show you what I've been working on in the meantime. And I hope everyone's doing well, and it's really good to be back. Thank you for coming back. If you watch me regular, if you're a subscriber, if you're new, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again. And our weather today is sunny and cheerful, even though it's cold. It's probably 30 degrees, but that's nice. It's been raining, and we had some snow. The mountains are really getting a lot of snow, which we love. We'd rather have it on the mountains than down here in the valley. So that's good for the water year. And I can't think of anything. I don't have anything. I was going to tell you I was going to be going to a retreat in March, but I'm not. And I'm sad to miss, but I'm sure I will hear all about it from Amy and my friends at the Under the Garden Moon. So if you ever had a chance to go to that one, or even just look at it on her website, it's fabulous. It's just a different kind of retreat. She does all kinds of things like crochet, knitting, wool applique, quilting. People were doing all kinds of embroidery, surface embroidery, the embroidery books that Amy has had the pattern for, cross stitch, all kinds of stuff. She used to call it her slow stitching retreat, and it's all kinds of needlework, or I should say handwork, because the knitting and the crocheting is always part of it too. So if you are so inclined, check out Under the Garden Moon, and it'll be at the end of March. March 26th, I think, is when it starts, something like that. So from now on, it'll be towards the end of March instead of in the fall. So that might give more people a chance to go. So until next time, enjoy your stitching, be well, and it's not far till spring, and that is always a happy time. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.